Are we ready?
We're ready.
All right. Dad jeans. Dad jeans.
Testing. I mean, I guess we could just get started, Jeff, right away.
Oh, it's just like that?
Yeah, we
That's
could just.
how easy it is?
This is how it's gonna. This is the lowest phi dad jeans we've ever done.
I love it. I love it. And watch, this will get the most listens.
Yeah, it'll be 19 minutes long.
Yeah.
And all the listens will come from, I don't know, Ukraine, let's say.
Yeah.
Or China.
We have many new friends over there.
Yeah, that's true. We're actually kind of huge in Ukraine.
We've got some Kiev folk.
Yes,
Where's
we do.
Kiev? Is that Ukraine?
It's in Ukraine, and guess what they do really well there? Chicken.
I've heard. The hottest foreign leader of all time was the Ukrainian president.
Medvedenko? No, it's a Medvedenko. No, it was just a very Gnev.
Do you know who I mean? The woman
The
with
new
the
one?
braids?
Oh,
No,
wait.
no. It was a few years ago.
Ukrainian?
I don't know what happened to her, but she's like the most gorgeous world
We're
leader.
not supposed to
in
talk
human
about
history.
what happened to her.
Oh, geez, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm
sure Rudy Giuliani knows exactly what happened to her.
I don't know if you visit 538 as often as I do, Jeff.
I don't know what that is.
538 is the Nate Silver blog website.
Oh, yes, right, okay.
And he aggregates all of the polling data, approval ratings,
Yes,
primary, Democratic primary,
I never visit
sports.
it because I feel like he slightly jumped the shark. He seems like very pundity now in a way that he never used to be.
Oh, interesting. He started drinking that pundit
It's
smoothie.
just like you get in the political world.
Yeah.
He was always like Mr.
Get some of that CNN money.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go. There's the old.
Oh my!
president of the-
Oh, how lovely!
of
And
Ukraine.
with, of all people, Joe Biden.
Yeah, Mr. Clever Hands.
Ukraine women are the most beautiful women in the world, says Vice. I assume that says President Joe Biden.
I would think so.
Says vice-laden public figure Joe Biden.
And they really love when I walk up behind them and massage their shoulders.
Look, dude.
They tell me.
This is how he gets rid of that as an issue. He
Yes.
says, "I was a theater major."
Oh yeah. And
Boom,
then it's
he's
cool.
done. Yeah, then it's cool.
It's kosher.
Have you ever walked into a theater class? All it is people Joe Bidening each other, and then the bell rings.
Ugh, do the women like that though?
That's a really valid question.
Yeah. Or it's well, that's why the men all pretend to be gay. so that they can get that handy action.
Jeffrey,
Yeah.
I am a professional.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. No, you're not allowed to say that. You might get kicked out of. This is going to be a ding against your record.
I know exactly.
Please don't put on your resume.
I'm gonna have to bleep the whole thing. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Can we? So I just want to. I'm going to start. I'm going to jump in. Do you mind?
Don't jump. Do yes.
So what happened, ladies and gentlemen, is we haven't been with you for many moons.
It's been many moons.
Many moons. Brendan and I have gone through many stages of life.
Mm-hmm.
I am now a cicada.
You have to talk right down into the shank.
As soon as he points the microphone at my mouth, I start coughing. No, I'm now a fully fledged cicada. I've made it through the pupa stage.
You've molted.
I have molted exactly. And
hopefully you can get a position providing tinnitus to a former rock drummer.
is that something that pupas do?
Cicadas. Tinnitus sounds like cicadas.
Oh, that was a leap, but I liked it.
Oh, I guess I
I'll
said.
go
I
with
guess
it.
it's not only for me because I have tinnitus.
Right.
Go on. I cut
and
you
you
off.
are a former rock drummer.
And I'm a former rock drummer.
So point being that we have not been able to record in ages, and we really miss you guys. And so we were like, well, what am I fucking? That's bullshit. We didn't miss you guys.
I don't know. We don't know who you are.
We don't even know. Yeah, I missed Brendan.
I missed you, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you. So,
And the mysterious 12 people that listen to us every day.
yes, and the accolades of love that we get every time we put out a new episode from the Intersphere.
It's pretty nice.
The Intersphere, right? That's what we call it now.
Yeah, the globotubes.
Globotubes. Exactly. The globotubal ligation. I had to get.
Australopithecus afarensis.
But we wanted to record an episode, and then we show up, and I have come to Brendan's office on the lovely campus of Occidental, and we have all the equipment sitting right in front of us except for microphone stands.
Like, I know.
And hopefully it's not annoying right now, but we think like as the evening progresses, there will be a lot of rustling and
Yeah. These microphones are going to get heavier and heavier.
They are, yeah, exactly.
This is going to be an abbreviated episode because we're so weak.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. I haven't been working out my finger muscles, my phalanges as well as I should have.
Yes.
But
yes,
we
indeed.
thought there's a lot happening in the world right now, Brendan.
Is there?
A couple of things. I've heard tell.
Oh, right. And 538. The
Yes.
thing is, Jeffrey,
Yeah.
his approval rating has dropped 1 actual % per day for the last 3 days.
Donald Trump's has.
Yeah. Per
Really?
day. 1 entire 0.1%.
Is he under 40 yet?
No, but he's probably going to be under 40 by tomorrow or the next day.
Please.
And it's so delicious. And
Yeah.
when Nixon hit 30, that's when they pulled the plug on him.
Yeah. See, well,
It's all poll numbers.
that's a long way to go. But you saw that
It's 10 days away.
impeachment leapt like 15 points in, or support for an impeachment inquiry went up 15 points in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we've been saying. I feel like we've been saying this.
We're 2.5 years ahead of the mainstream media.
Yes.
We've been saying this since episode 40.
Yes, because he's not a cool customer.
No.
Like,
Yes. No.
All of this has been fated to happen the minute anyone pressed him on anything.
Yes.
And like that's all we've been waiting for this entire time is
Yeah.
someone to fucking put him in a box.
Yes.
You know?
I
And finally
glanced
they
at the news just before I came over here, and it's just coming in too fast. It's it's insane.
it's
There's a
shit show.
whistleblower in the IRS now because they're fucking with his tax returns and Mike Pence's
Right,
tax
I
returns.
saw that.
There's now a phone call with Xi Jinping that happened in June where he did the same thing.
Oh,
that was
I don't know
on the
about that
same code word level server.
Yeah.
So that has been exhumed.
Well, by the time people hear this, we will be China.
Oh, yeah.
And the sky will have turned purple.
That's going to be great.
and our children will have
Yeah, well,
mutated.
we have a Chinese cookbook, and we could do worse than being taken over by that country.
That's really that's as good a reason as any, I think.
I mean, the cuisine.
Yeah.
We do not want to be taken over by Russia.
Well, just the fact that you have a cookbook, like you'll be
Greece.
fine.
What about Greece?
Yeah.
I
you
see.
got one of those
you mean
too?
right? Because I'm a professor, so I'm the first person the Chinese government's going to kill.
Exactly. Yeah, your skills are no longer needed. If you just pretend you're gay, just blend in with the theater kids, you'll be fine. They'll be like harmless.
Exactly.
It is really fucking insane what's happening right now, and here's my question, Brendan.
Yes.
Do you see a world in which this goes on for a year and then we just have an election?
And then he wins, and we're like, well, seems legit.
Right. Or exactly.
And he wins by 90%.
Yeah, right, exactly. Or just just this for a year.
Yeah,
like,
no.
what's the end game here?
No.
What's the next thing that's going to happen?
We will all come apart.
Yeah.
Or at least the coastal elites who seem to care about politics will come apart, and everyone else will be like, "What's on television?" You know what I mean?
Well,
That's
maybe
part of the problem.
right. Maybe the assholes will just they're really testing it right now. It's like the immovable. What's the immovable object versus
And irresistible force.
irresistible force? Right.
Yeah.
Like they're really testing that right now, and historically, Democrats have been the ones to cave. So
Yeah. Oh, the Democrat has never met a cave they didn't want to emulate.
no, they
I'm
never
not sure
met a
that
cave
came-
they didn't want
I
to crawl
didn't
into.
do that well.
I get what you're saying.
I'm rusty. It's been a while since we podcasted.
I'm a little rusty too. Yeah, I feel like hyped up. Like I can't just ease into it.
No,
but it's
yeah.
also like holding the microphone feels really weird.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
we don't
I feel
have
like
the cans on.
yeah. No, you're Snoop Dogg and I'm Dr. Dre.
Oh, thank you. My nizzle. I'm sure like something will have happened. I think to me the best case, and this is a horrible thing to say because any case right now is a bad case to me. But the best case is Republicans just realize they don't want to be chained to this mine cart any longer.
Yep.
They let Trump go,
Mm-hmm.
but they keep Pence.
Right.
And he gets to be a lame duck for the next year.
Yep.
And he's tarnished by scandal. No one wants him. We're all sick of everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Donald Trump, so people are just like, isn't this fucking thing done with? And then we get, Warren or one
Biden.
of our other whoever. I don't even give a fuck at this point.
Yeah. Everyone's going to be
A normal human.
Yeah, Warren sent dinner to the Bernie staffers when Bernie went in for heart surgery this week because she knows they're all going to come work for her as soon as Bernie drops out.
Well, I mean, good on her.
Not
good
that
on
it's a
her.
cynical move, but it's a lovely move.
Building the movement.
Building the movement. But Biden's going to be the nominee because Tom Perez has no imagination, and nor do any of the Democratic Party elites.
I don't know.
You're Donna Brazils,
We'll see.
I mean, or they do, and I don't know.
I feel like
wrong.
he just sticks his fucking foot in his mouth every time he opens it. I'm just like,
it is amazing.
Like I've seen again though. It's like the fucking, like he's getting the same treatment that Trump did. We just let old white guys like off the hook.
Yeah, it's
like,
amazing.
The whole fucking record player thing that he said at the last debate. It wasn't.
Biden.
Yeah. You remember this?
Oh, and he said, was he saying something like record players where
Essentially,
the
he was
family
like-
gathers around to enjoy entertainment?
Essentially, he was like, black kids don't hear enough words, so you got to put on the record player at night.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it was
that's
like
right. I
it
forgot
wasn't
about that.
just the record player thing. It was like also quite racist.
Oh my God!
Like, but whatever. Anyway, at any rate, point being, I would love to see Pence out of there. I think I mean, without question, Pence will pardon Trump.
Right. Well,
if
so
he's
they have
still
to
in office.
Agnew him before he can, but they won't. They don't have enough on him.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't really know, but if they both go, then it looks like a total setup, and Nancy Pelosi is suddenly president.
Exactly.
And that's just going to be a fucking disaster. Then
No,
it's a
it has to
bloodbath.
be. Yeah. No, it's gonna. Yeah. Right.
So that's the only option to me to save our.
We
country.
leave. Penn stays, and then we can destroy that motherfucker in the general.
In a heartbeat. Yeah.
Yeah,
No one
but
wants
Joe
that
Wall-
weird,
but
creepy
then
mother.
The RNC,
talking.
but here's the thing. Then
Yeah.
the RNC sees the writing on the wall and allows the primaries to happen, and then you got your Joe Walshes, your Bill Welds,
Right.
all
Good
sort of
point.
like swooping in from the outside.
That's true. There might be
And
another competitor.
And you know who else? Bloomberg announces late, even though he's a Democrat.
Good point.
He
Yeah,
will be like,
he's
I'll be it's the same thing he did to be mayor of New York. He said he was a Republican just so that he could be on the ticket.
right.
And
Yeah.
so he would do the same thing.
I think we could do worse than Bloomberg.
We could, frankly. He is a Red Sox fan.
And he believes in global warming.
He does.
He believes in science.
Yep.
He doesn't
does.
like guns.
Right.
I'm a Bloomberg man.
And his news network seems to have some actual news.
That's true. He owns Starbucks. Or no, that's the other guy.
That's that fucking fuckhead.
I'm voting for that guy. Who's that guy?
I know. And here we are saying, like, we'll take that billionaire. He'll be fine. But I had a vitriol turned up to 11 for the Starbucks idiot because he came out as a centrist.
Well, I mean, all billionaires are flawed, delusional.
I guess they have to be
Freaks.
centrist because they exist.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I got here by being a centrist.
But I feel like what is centrism? Where's the center at this point?
Way to the right.
Yeah, right, exactly. So centrism means like
it's roughly to the right of Jesse Helms.
Yeah. Centrism means the world will explode in 2115 instead of 2105. Like centrism is going to give us 10 more years.
Right, exactly. If I can get it past Oscar's life expectancy, I'm okay.
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, just make sure he's neutered.
Oh,
Eunuch him so that he can't repopulate.
yeah.
He can live through the bad times.
I know. And should we be teaching our children how to hunt and eat grubs? Like, should we just be watching Man vs. Wild the whole time?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I definitely think that there's a lot of survival techniques that I don't know anything about, and I'm going to be eaten very, very early on in the post-apocalyptic world.
He did a lot of making tea out of pine tree branches.
You know what? You're gonna just sit around drinking tea all day?
And here's what else.
That's gonna keep
yeah,
you
exactly.
alive?
I guess he gets vitamin A that way. But then but the other thing is, if you find a dead animal and it still has its eyes,
Yeah.
it's good enough to eat, A, and B, eat those eyes.
Oh, that's good to know.
Eat them eyeballs.
Why? There's a lot of protein in eyes?
Eyeballs are very good for you. And it means it hasn't been dead that long.
Ugh. Would he just eat them up raw.
Yeah, he was like in Siberia, and he like found a dead yak, and he like immediately ate his eyeballs.
Oh my God, this guy.
He was capable of a lot of insanity.
He should be president.
But he made it up. Okay, I'm not a religious man.
Yeah,
but he
Bear
was,
Grylls. Is that this?
Bear Grylls?
Is
Yeah,
that who we're talking about?
Very religious.
Okay,
even though he's British, and you don't think of British people as being particularly God-fearing.
C of E, Dad. C of E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't they just go to the church and it's just a pub on the inside?
I don't know. I mean, they killed a lot of Irishmen over their whole religion.
That is true.
Thing.
I guess
they're pretty fervent about it.
They really were intent on making the Irish suffer for being Catholic.
I don't Vicars. That's all I know.
Vicars. Whatever the fuck. I think vicars are they're supposed to eat the sins of the dead or something like that.
Their eyeballs. They eat their eyeballs.
They eat the eyeballs of the dead.
Yeah. They're just out for the protein, the soul protein.
Protein junkies.
Okay, so yeah, Vicars, C of E.
England, Bear Grylls. Oh, and he said
religious
man. He looked up at this. He was in the jungles of Peru or something.
Was he dead?
No, but on this episode. Oh, said as in I'm about to do a famous quote. No. Said this one time, and he was under this flower, and he was way remote in this crazy nowhere place, and he looked up at the flower and he said, "It's God's extravagance." Or something like that. and I was like, that's interesting. He's like, no one would ever see this flower because we are so far from everything. Yet there it is in all its beauty. And I was like, Bear Grylls, you got me with that one.
Yeah. That made you feel.
Yeah. So you know.
A little something inside.
Sometimes I say God's extravagance when I see things.
I like that. That's very, that feels very, not Klaus Kinski. Who am I thinking of?
Werner Herzog.
Have
you seen the trailer for The Mandalorian?
No. Is he in it?
Fucking yeah.
Hello, I am the Mandalorian.
That is the Boba Fett TV show. So like you do a bunch of you watch the trailer, a bunch of robots shooting each other, and then over black a voice. Bounty hunting is a strange business. Cut to Werner in some like Star Wars hut in the outfit, looking up at Boba or somebody, and he's like, "Isn't it?"
Oh my God! Wow. Okay, now I'm interested.
I know, right?
You got my money, Disney
Genius
Plus.
Stunt casting. Right. I'll pay $7 a month to give that guy some money.
There are so many womp rats out tonight.
Finally, we get to the Tashi station to get those power converters.
Oh my God! Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Exciting.
What's your TV proclivities lately? Maybe we do a loose thing. We do some segments, but we don't even fuck with the theme songs.
No, this is going to be the rawest dad jeans we ever put out because I forgot the mic stands. We could, but we're too lazy to set it up, and we're going to go for a beer after this.
Yeah, so let's just
because it's been a long
free
time.
ball.
Let's free ball.
Let's free ball this shit.
I just started. This is late, but I just started Big Little Lies.
Oh, okay.
Which came out 2 years ago. So, but that's Dad on a dad schedule. It just premiered.
Yeah.
And I resisted it because I was like, I don't give a fuck about rich white people on the Central Coast and the way they attachment parent.
Sure.
And sure enough, that's exactly what it's about.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
But
it's candy-ish.
It's candy-ish, and it's critical enough. Not quite. Maybe it isn't. I want it to be like these people are fucking bozos,
right?
And the water that we keep cutting to, it's not satire. If it is, it's very subtle, nuanced French satire,
right?
It was written by a Frenchman.
Oh,
so who knows? But
it looks it. Everything I see, it's got that washed out. I'm done with this washed out.
Oh, tell me about it.
Film stock.
The desaturation of everything.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Right.
Yes.
Give me some color, for fuck's sake.
Don't get me started.
Give me some do the right thing. I want some pops.
Yes, some Pedro Almodovar.
Yes.
Shoot it on 100 ISO.
Yes.
And crank up the red and yellow.
Let's do it. I guess Tangerine did that.
Well, on the iPhones?
That guy's quite colorful.
Oh, and the Florida Project, too, was quite vivid,
which I haven't seen.
It's
I hear
wonderful.
it's good.
It's wonderful. He's very good. He is
quite
very
talented.
Good. He's very good.
We have been watching Succession. Which
doesn't that mean you're spending more time with the Trump family? I know it's the Murdochs, but
it's definitely it's got shades of everything. No one is likable, but it's a bit of a satire, and is by the Peep Show, the guy who created Peep Show.
What's Peep Show?
it's one of my favorite British comedies of all time, where these two roommates are just awful to each other for like 9 seasons. it's just incredible. But that's like a serious comedy, like laugh out loud, bust a nut
Peep
comedy.
Show is.
Yes, and Succession is not, but the fact that it is by this guy makes me realize that it is a total satire as well.
Oh, I see.
It's
yeah.
it really takes a piss out of like
I've been
these
hearing good things.
assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I quite like it. It keeps me going.
I have 2 things to say.
Okay.
One is I thought of a new segment idea.
Oh.
But the
okay.
other is, you remind me, you said busted not laughing.
Yes.
Apparently, corn nuts, you know how all the corporations now hire, at least food in big food,
Yep.
hire stand-up comedians to be their Twitter voices?
Right.
So someone who ever runs the corn nuts one tweeted, "Where's the weirdest place you've ever nutted?"
Oh, come on.
And by that I mean eating corn nuts.
Oh, come on. I just don't know what to do about this.
I don't know. If
They're trying to get us.
They're trying to out Wendy's.
Yes, and Steakums.
Is Steakums a big?
Oh yeah,
Yuck fest?
Steakums got a lot of jokes.
Huh. Like you would be very good at that job, but I'm sure that pays $12 an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Here's
okay.
here's
What's
a segment,
number 2?
and it has to do with parents.
Okay, tell me.
Parenting.
Tell me.
A new segment, a new Dad Jeans segment called "Nailed It,"
Ooh. Okay.
in which we describe a moment where ordinarily we would completely fuck up the act of parenting, but by the grace of God on high, we fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
And sort of did the opposite of what our instinct was, George Costanza style, and turns out, oh, that's exactly what I was supposed to do, and it was great.
Oh,
and I'll give you
interesting.
an example.
Yeah.
But what do you think?
I love it. I'm composing the theme song in my head. It's kind of like, it goes like nailed it. You thought you fucked it up. Nailed it. But then you did it right. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Felt like it needed a second one.
No, that's fine. Cool. Done.
Just to
Now
have
that theme song is done.
I just wanted it to have 4 complete measures. That's brilliant.
Sorry. Oh, I should move the mic away from my mouth when I cough. Not closer,
no.
as I have been doing.
This is an NPR. Okay. Steve, oh God, Steve Inskeep got into the laughing. Steve Inskeep's on edibles this morning.
Steve, what do you think about? I don't know.
I'm David.
He's
Good morning.
been doing some terrible interviews lately.
I'm David Green.
Yeah.
So, who's like our age and lives in Culver City?
Interesting.
And is probably a regular dude. Okay. Anyway, last night I was at Salker practice with Oscar.
Okay.
And at the end, then there's this one kid who's a complete ringer. Like this kid is the next Pele.
Pele.
Yeah,
That's the only
he's
one we
amazing.
know.
Or Ronaldo or
Mia
Maradona or what's
Mia
that?
Hamm, perhaps.
Mia Hamm. Thank
Sure.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. And anyway, his name is an awesome. He's a very funny kid, and he's like wicked fast. Whatever. At the end of the
Wicked fat or fast?
fast.
Okay.
And at the end of practice, everyone brought their own ball. And he's wicked fat. at the end of practice, he had this ball and he was throwing it up in the air, and it was Oscar's ball, and he wanted it back when we were all leaving, and he kept throwing it, and he's just really good at like the game of keep away, you know.
Uh-huh.
And he kept getting Oscar to try and swat it, but Oscar couldn't, and he was throwing it in the air.
Damn.
Just like absolutely torturing him because he was so good at just keeping the ball away.
Right.
And so I was walking slowly towards him and composing in my head something like, Enze, we're trying to leave, or Enze, how do you think that makes Oscar feel?
Right.
Or, hey, that's not a nice way. What if you share the ball? Or all that 70s hippie bullshit
Sure.
parenting.
The soft sell.
The soft sell, exactly.
Yeah.
And I got there, and Oscar looked at me, and he had the kind of equipoise, happy or sad look on his face, and he was looking at me to see how he should be interpreting this.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, you're playing keep away? I love that game.
Yeah.
And it was the last thing on my list of things to say.
Right.
But he totally lit up and then started enjoying, even though he was not getting the ball away.
Yeah.
He pivoted to,
Ooh, look at that.
it's a fun game. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
that it's being not fair to me. I have to try harder.
You determined the mood
Yeah.
just by he didn't know what to feel.
He was frustrated.
And you could have sent him down a completely different path.
I could have.
If you had gone too gentle.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if I'd gone too touchy-feely hippie emotion bullshit and been like, that's not nice. And
Yes.
instead I was like, oh, that's so fun. You'll get it.
Yes.
Keep trying. Try harder.
Brendan, you know what I have to say about that?
What's that?
Nailed it.
Thanks, buddy.
Nailed it.
You thought you fucked it up,
Nailed it.
but you didn't. You did good.
It almost like, it sounded like We Like the Moon at the end there.
There's something here. There's something here in this segment.
Nailed it.
I could definitely. There are definitely a million times that has happened to me.
It's sounding
where
a little Captain Beefheart or even Admiral Beefheart.
You know, whatever. He's a yeah. Wait, is that above Captain?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's good. All right, so it's a little
And
bit better.
Admiral Beefheart has several bands.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, I cut you off. You were saying.
No, I feel like that would be like
Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it.
and then the music in the background goes bloom 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 bloom.
Oh god! So that sounds
just
like the
remix
Midsummer Band or whatever. Like that's what they're doing on
God,
that.
I haven't seen it yet.
Dude.
You never answered me. Did you see it by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, see, and it's not something. If I were to watch it, is it like an Us type horror movie where like
I never saw Us.
Okay, well, or like Get Out, like where if I were to watch it by myself, I wouldn't be like peeking behind the curtains. I'd just be a little maybe unsettled.
It's there's no it's not that uncanny horror where whatever is killing everyone in it could kill you too.
Yeah.
It's different than you're safe. You feel like safe from the harm that it depicts afterwards, but
yes,
it's fucking really unsettling.
And emotionally disturbing.
Yeah, and the best part is it juxtaposes absolutely gorgeous scenery and just idyllicness.
The Ukrainian president is in it, I believe.
yeah. Exactly.
Yes. With horror. It's a horror movie in the light, which I've always been like,
yeah.
Why doesn't someone make a horror movie in the light?
Yeah,
and they did it.
I think it's every shot is in the daytime.
Oh my god. Oh,
it's beautiful too.
Dying
it's
to
really
see it.
Incredible.
I think we might be able to steal it in our theft device.
Oh,
our internet theft device.
I think
I may do that.
Do it. It's worth it. Watch it in one go though. You got one sitting.
That's
I know how hard that is.
I have children.
That's a big ask.
I have children.
They cannot walk in either.
I can barely watch a half-hour sitcom in one sitting.
Oh, boy, do I hear you.
Right? You're just like, oh, God, is this over yet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did my job.
I left my house and I walked into a building and sat in a chair and watched that thing be projected on a wall.
Amazing.
That was crazy.
I've gotten out of practice with that, and it used to be one of my favorite things to do in the world. I would see like 2 to 3 movies a week sometimes.
Yeah, some of them could even be mediocre, and it didn't matter because you just see another one in a couple days.
Why not? And now it seems tedious to me. I'm just like,
oh, the whole thing.
Don't make me go do that.
Yeah, I got to drive down to the lake exit and do the thing and walk, and there's no.
Although they're building Vidiot's here. Did you see that?
What's that?
Vidiot's is a famous Santa Monica video store. You've seen the sign a million times, I'm sure. It's like very pop art.
Oh, Vidiot's like idiots?
Yeah. And it got kicked out of its Santa Monica location years ago, and they're building it in Eagle Rock. They're rebuilding it in Eagle Rock, and it's going to have a movie theater.
Rentable portable media?
A rentable DVD store with a movie theater.
With like hard to find DVDs, I hope?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like a good collection.
That's great. Like Criterion shit.
Yes.
That's dope.
Because you can't now. You're just streaming everything.
You're
not
at the
going to
mercy.
get that on Netflix.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't even know where you find. I mean, I guess you have to get the Criterion.
Yeah, well, it's like Canopy or all that shit. You got to like go to the library and then go to the library's library and then that library's library.
You know what though is going to happen? Number 1 movie every week. It's going to be Weekend at Bernie's.
It's just, at Vidiot's?
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
It's going to be out every time.
Fucking Shawshank Redemption.
Right, yeah.
We'll be like, yeah.
Oh, no. The Blind Side.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
You'll just be like, who am I surrounded by that keeps...
White people who want to feel better.
Yeah, exactly.
about not being racist. I did have one thing that I wanted to bring up, Brendan.
Okay, I'm
which
ready.
Is
my body is ready.
This is one thing that I remembered that I was going to talk about in not The Kids Are More Important Now. Either way, it's gone. This week is I came to a realization probably much too late in life. Like only in recent years has it suddenly hit me. that what used to work for me, what worked for me my entire life, doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
Now that I'm 44 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just kind of an unsettling thing that, like, I used to have. I've had there's been a me who I've known my entire life,
mm-hmm.
which is, whatever, pop culture dude, funny, go out drinking.
I'll drink to that.
Have
Seconded.
a party. Thank you. I mean, whatever, trying to be funny. I don't know if I...
Quite funny.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But just the whole thing of it, like, you've talked about this a lot on air, so I think you felt this earlier than me, which is that no one cares about us anymore.
Oh yeah, we're completely invisible.
We're completely invisible. We're needless.
Yep.
No one needs us.
We've
for
reproduced. We are literally extra. We're just taking up space and producing trash.
Exactly. I mean, we've got our children.
They kind of need us.
They're
pretty much fully baked though at this point.
I mean, if we were
Eli's 6, right?
What's that?
Eli is 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're done.
I mean, if we were in the slums of Rio, like, they probably would just go off on their own, and we'd never see them again. Join some kind of some kind of quinceañera thing or something. I don't know. What do they do? What was City of God?
Yeah.
Favelas.
I just recently.
Like
the favelas. I just recently watched that again, and it does.
Such
believe
a great
it or not,
movie.
it doesn't hold up.
Oh, really?
Because it was such a forerunner to a whole type of genre,
right?
That has since lapped it a couple of times.
Yeah, sort of like the freeze frame.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Around.
It's all over now.
It felt dated.
It weirdly felt dated, and I was shocked.
God, I really love that movie.
I did too. It was one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed about that.
I recently rewatched Do the Right Thing, which in fact holds up so well.
Oh boy.
I think I was talking about this on the last episode. But it's disheartening to me that my shtick is lost, and I don't know what my shtick will be now moving forward in life.
Yep.
Or if I need one. Like, is the old guy with a shtick depressing? Some guys aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Like John Waters is not in the slightest bit depressing, and he's got a shtick.
He does.
He's always had a shtick. He's had a great shtick.
He's got a great deadpan though too. Did I ever tell you about the time I was walking next to him in New York?
Oh no!
And he turned to me and made a remark.
What was the remark?
Well, we were walking. We were at St. Anne's Warehouse and we were walking in to see a play.
Okay.
And they didn't know where they were going to open the curtain. Just everyone was milling in the lobby.
You both were.
We both were. Everywhere. Yeah, it was like hundreds of people.
He was by himself.
No, he got out of a limo with a lovely young lass, but I thought maybe a niece.
Yes, he likes the fellas.
Yeah, that was the impression I was under.
Yeah.
So she must have been a friend.
Okay.
In any case, they got out of a limo, which is hilarious. But
yeah,
we're all in like hundreds of people, and then they opened this sort of. They had a black curtain the length of the warehouse, and then they opened just a random part of it, and then suddenly everyone headed for that opening.
Okay.
And I ended up standing right next to him. He's 6'5" or even 6'6", and we're standing there, and then tall drink of water,
bourbon,
and so we're standing there, and then we like sort of bump into each other, and I look up at him, and I'm like, oh, that's John Waters, and he looks down at me and registers that on my face that I had just thought to myself, that's John Waters.
Yeah,
and he took me in for a while. This is the important part. Mm-hmm. He took me in for a longer than. Like, he just regarded me.
Okay.
And took forever. Just, like, drank in whatever
Was it nice? Did you feel like you were bathing in God's love?
Absolutely I was. It was this nectar.
Yeah.
And then finally he was like, he's like, eventually the quip came to him, and he was like, it's like getting into the Holland Tunnel.
I love it.
And I was like,
I love it.
John Waters,
you old so and so. Hey.
And so that and then that was it.
Yep.
And I'll forever love that guy. And here's the thing that he did. He's just like his quiet, like what's happening in his own head is amusing the shit out of him.
Right.
But it's no one's business, and no one's interested.
Right.
And they are because he's John Waters. But like, there's another professor here who's the coolest cat. Who's probably 52.
Okay.
And every time I see him, we don't say much to each other because he's so content.
Huh.
And he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt. And he's like, hey, man. I'm like, hey.
Oh, see? That's what I want.
And he's just, you can tell his inner life, like he's just got it all. He seems like he's got it all worked out, and he's just like bebopping along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the answer then. That's the shtick that a middle-aged man can have is inner peace.
Yeah.
That's the shtick that we need to find.
Deep inner peace. Yes, that's exactly correct.
Is that our new mission on Dad Jeans?
Oh, we've slayed the dragon of certainty.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yes, that's dead.
America's no longer certain.
God bless them. I wish that were so.
Yeah.
People are more certain than ever. These people out here.
Jesus.
But at the same time, we're all completely unaware of what's going to happen next.
So we're not totally certain. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So maybe we're uncertain.
Say what you will about that guy. He has destabilized all of us.
Good God. I know.
He has stirred a lot of oxygen into this ecosystem.
I said something the other day that he makes every other world leader look less accomplished by extension. Like when he was sitting next to the Finnish president, you're just like, oh, yeah, there's another schmuck sitting next to Donald Trump.
Right. And
like
then
Finnish
forever.
Yeah.
That guy, that will be on that guy's besmirched record.
He could be Mozart for all we know. He could be fucking Einstein.
Yeah. I mean, he is a world leader. Like, he got to the head of his country.
Right.
And most other countries are better than the United States.
Yeah. Well, Trudeau walking around in this blackface.
Oh, what the fuck, Trudeau?
This guy. I have a okay, I think I may have a Spike Club that I jotted down a week ago. Mm-hmm. And that's all I got.
Yeah, and then this mic is indeed getting heavy.
Oh,
and I would like to replace it with an amber colored liquid.
A tall Bruja.
And listeners, we do love you, but we've got some serious drinking to do.
Okay, here's one. Maybe you can hash this one out with me because I don't know what else to. I don't know where to go with it. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I was referring to, but here's a Spike Club I jotted down. People who agree with you but don't add anything new. Can we puzzle out why that was so irritating to me at the time? Maybe it's just people who are like, maybe we could try it out. Go on one of your theories. I'll be the person who agrees with you and doesn't add anything new.
Okay, God, I got to think of one. A lot have come to me since our last episode, but I don't have any. They just like come and they swim by.
Sure.
I mean? I'll have to think for a second. I go on some.
Could just be anything. Tell me about like an episode of Big Little Lies that you enjoyed.
Oh well, okay. I will tell you this.
Yeah.
Every the framing device of Big Little Lies is it's all flashbacks, and there's been a murder. This you find out in the moment you start the show. This is what it starts with, so they're not giving anything away.
Yes.
There's been a murder. You don't know who was murdered. And it's just a framing device.
Yep.
And I'm guilty of it too on my little short series thing I did.
Sure.
I did a framing device where it's a flashback. There's a hearing or a trial or whatever.
Oh.
You're driving me crazy.
I don't think that's what I was referring to, but there's something about like maybe it's like a ass kissy thing or something when it's like you're in a meeting and you say something and then the other person says, "You're absolutely right."
And then drops the ball in their own lap.
I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I think I've got I have my finger on the phenomenon.
Okay.
So these two guys that were in my grad school for theater came up with they did a Bo and Luke Duke, like a Dukes of Hazzard live show, because there's this dinner theater at Yale that's called the Yale Cabaret, and you can do anything you want.
Okay.
And it only has to be 55 minutes long. So these two guys were like, let's do an episode of Dukes of Hazzard, and they did, and they had these tiny cardboard cars, like they did the General Lee, and they both stood in it and carried it around and did jumps and stuff. And anyway, it was like very funny. And then they did the New York Fringe, blah blah blah. The Luke Duke character, Tom Wopat, of course.
Sure. Never won an Emmy. Never won a Tony.
Never. Oh, God bless him.
Yep.
I saw him in Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh, quite accomplished.
It wasn't Tony worthy.
No.
Lovely guy, I'm sure, but that particular show had problems. But in any case, played this time by the inimitable Greg Derillian, who is probably about a mile from where we're sitting because he was in Eagle Rock. In any case, he played Luke Duke, and a lot of stuff would happen, and then it would be like rat-a-tat-tat, patter, 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 and then it would be Luke's line, and he would go, yeah, yep, and then all the momentum in the entire play would just die
Right.
because he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about is a lack of imagination and wit, where you can't think fast enough,
right,
to come up with and then add color and flavor, texture.
Right.
You're just like, yep,
yeah. Come on, give me more. Give me more. That's what I want from these people.
Oh my God. And there was this, okay, I can't reveal what part of my life this is from, but there were these two women that used to come out. They were friends, and they would like come out to bars or whatever and hang. But if you ever accidentally sat
really
at a
dirty.
table with them, it was deadly, because it was two women who did that.
Yeah.
So 3-person conversation, you saying shit, and then this person and that person going, yep.
Oh.
And then
I know.
one would turn to the other, and then like nothing, and then like you'd be like, and then I wet my bed till I was 13.
I believe I've been in a conversation with the people that you're discussing. Am I right about this?
You didn't overlap, but now I really want to know who you're thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's excellent. Anyway, so so you're, people who fucking aren't clever enough to drop the ball, and don't have enough empathy to know they shouldn't.
Yes, like if you're going to disagree with me, like generally you will have a point to make in disagreement, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't encounter often people who are just like, no, I don't think so.
Wow.
Like that would be a hideous person to have to deal with. But it would also be an amazing, like it would just be like you would own the world if you were that person. I feel like.
I don't care for it.
Yeah. Speaking of, I decided the most undercutting asshole thing you can do in a meeting. Oh wait, do I have it in my head? Hold on, vamp for a second.
So here's the thing about.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've got it. I've got it. The most asshole thing you can do in a meeting, but yet also very delicious, is for someone to like deliver their presentation, and then afterwards you're like, okay, but who cares?
That's brutal, because at the end of the day, no one about anything.
Yeah, and then you got the person up here, but everyone will care because it's a good tagline. Like no one cares. No one gives a shit about you. Yeah, I just fucking it inside, don't you?
Jeff, I gotta say something controversial.
Please.
I'm with the asshole on this one.
You're with the asshole? Like I shouldn't say that to a person?
What? No. I'm saying I'm with the person who says who cares.
Well, who cares? Yeah, no, that's a great thing. It's a wonderful trick. In a meeting, you will look like the superhero of the Office if you do that.
It's cheap
immediately.
And easy. If you do it too often,
grab all the power.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Okay,
but why should we care?
I get it, but who cares? Why should we care? Actually, is better.
That should be said every 10th of a second in corporate America.
Yeah.
Because like the way like in the Silicon Valley, the way they talk in religious terms about stupid fucking business bullshit, it must be stopped.
Yes, I agree. I don't encounter those people. Thank God.
The way people think about grating cheese.
Yeah. No, what you're doing is you're taking an established industry that worked quite well, and then you're fucking destroying it.
Yeah, starting with the freelancers
with your
in it.
Bullshit alternative that makes no money for anyone.
Yeah,
and pays no one.
Yep.
And then you destroy that industry, and now you raise the prices to what they were before, only with a shittier service.
Yes, you just reminded me.
Filled with non-professionals. Yes,
I have excuse me. I have come on, Brennan.
A text message.
I have a text message.
Yes.
I have to turn off my ringer.
Just remembered.
I have a $1 million idea from that segment, Brennan's $1 million ideas, to which I would welcome any contributions from Jeff as well. It is this: a family restaurant, a chain of family restaurants, with views of the dump.
Okay.
Cheap land. Just serve hot dogs and shit.
Right.
Have a strong Wi-Fi signal for the parents' laptops and big picture windows. Bob's your uncle.
Why are we looking?
Are you going to give me the who cares?
Why are we looking at a dump?
When's the last time you were at the dump? It's fucking awesome.
Oh, okay.
Like you go and it's just giant, bulldozers
right,
pushing pianos around until they explode.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's a good view.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like it'll be really a cheap land, and you can go like I don't know. I don't know what your plan was there.
No.
But you're saying
it's
interesting to watch.
Yeah. Oh my God. And endless entertainment. And then if too many
the kids would be into it.
The kids like they just stare out the window for literally 3 hours.
Yeah.
And eating fucking French fry bullshit.
Okay.
And and if there are too many, eventually like there are hundreds of seagulls.
Yeah.
And then some dude down there fires off a bottle rocket and scares them all away.
Really?
How fucking awesome is that?
When were you at the dump?
Recently.
Oh. Okay, that's all I need to know. I think if you call your restaurant chain the Dump, then I'm in.
Oh yeah, dumpy kids.
Maybe that could be that's like the Dumpy Kids Club.
The dumpy,
like
or Dumpy Diapers Club.
Ooh, yeah, I don't like that one so much.
Dumpy,
not such a huge fan of that.
Dumpy Moose Knuckles.
Just don't like make it an e-waste treatment facility because I don't think anyone wants to watch that.
Right, where it's like children their age having to pick through stuff and separate it for bronze and shit like that.
Take the precious metals off of a card of some sort.
Yeah.
Brendan, how do you feel? Is
feel
it time to get a
thirsty.
drink? Me too. I do too, and we're sorry if this is your first episode of Dad Jeans.
You came at you hit the wrong episode.
Yeah, in the wrong motherfucking place with the wrong motherfucking guys.
Usually we're talking theme songs. We're talking an hour and 45 minutes.
Lavish production.
It is a lavish production.
Lavish production.
I don't even mic stands.
I don't even know if I'm going to bother with episode art for this one.
No, why would you? What are we going to call this one?
I don't know what.
McDumples?
Yeah, sure. The dump. We'll just call it dumping ground or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Firing seagulls at bottle rockets.
I love it. Firing seagulls at bottle rockets. That is absolutely the name of this episode.
Yep.
Okay. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay. We're going to go get beers.
Yeah. Come along, you guys. If you hear this before in an hour from now, come meet us at the York.
That's right. Yes.
But that means we'll have to publish it.
No, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
We're gonna but we both have kids in school, so hopefully we're around now.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And Brendan's in the middle of a theatrical production, so
I'm directing the first play I've directed in 8 years.
Wow, how does that feel? Is
Great.
it like riding a bike?
I'm back in the saddle.
You're having fun.
I'm having a.
You're
blast.
such a bitch about it.
It's a
about
long
directing.
story.
You're like, I don't want to be a director, and I'm like, being a director seems amazing, and you're great at it.
Pretty fucking.
And
tasty.
now you like it again.
I love it.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm back
because you have inner peace.
I do. You're right. People want to know what I think, and then they do what I say.
Oh my God! What could be better?
Nothing.
That's what you need as a 44-year-old man.
Literally nothing better.
45-year-old man.
Yeah.
Whatever you are. Okay. All right. Good night.
Good night.